Hey everyone, it's me, Nicole, and I'm here today to talk to you guys about C-section recovery. I've had 2 C-sections and 0 vaginal births, so I can't really compare the two. However, I can tell you what to expect whenever you get through with your C-section. So one thing that I know that you can expect is the nurses to have small goals for you to reach. The first goals, right whenever you come out of your C-section, that they want to see is they want to see you coming out of your anesthesia. So they're going to ask you to wiggle your toes, wiggle your knees, see how much movement is in the lower half of your body. And then eventually they're going to want to see if you can kind of roll on your side, roll on your other side. Here's a tip for that. You want to use your opposite arm, reach over, grab the rail on the bed, use your leg and kick over, use that momentum to get you on your side. That was how I kind of was able to roll over. They do this for a couple of reasons. It's easier to move you this way. They will they will replace your wet pads that are on the bed. They do all kinds of things like this. They will check your bleeding and they want to make sure that you are mobile down there and you can at least roll from side to side. Another goal that they're going to want you to reach is eventually to be able to sit up. You're not going to be able to go from a laying down position to a sitting up position on your own. It's just not going to happen. But you can use the controls on the side of your hospital bed. Most hospitals have the beds where you can press the button and it'll raise the back for you. I definitely say take advantage of that and it will help you get into a sitting position. Okay, some other goals that they're going to want you to reach pretty quickly within, about 24 hours after your C-section. They're going to want you to be making enough urine so that they can remove the catheter, and they're going to want you to be able to walk to the bathroom to urinate. Then they're going to want to know that your gut, your bowels and everything like that are woken up from anesthesia. They do this by, one way that's not so invasive is they take a stethoscope and they listen to your belly to see if things are kind of waking up in there. Sometimes they can tell by doing that. But both of the times that I was in the hospital, they wanted me to pass gas before they would let me eat. So it all depends on your caregivers. But yeah, they want to make sure that your gut is awake before you can eat. So once you're all cleared in that area, then you can go ahead and start eating, and that is a major goal that you want to reach. And then they do want to make sure that you're up and moving and walking and things like that. The more you're moving around, the quicker your gut is going to wake up and the quicker you're going to be able to eat. The quicker that you can eat and get effective sleep, the quicker the rest of your body is going to recover. Okay, speaking of sleep, you guys are telling me, I just had a baby, I have a newborn, how am I going to get sleep? This is just not going to happen. It will happen if you conform your sleep schedule to your baby's sleep schedule. Night and day does not exist for you anymore, and your guests and your family members need to know this. So, in other words, sleep when your baby sleeps. If your baby sleeps during the day, you should sleep during the day. If the baby sleeps great at night, good for you. You're not going to have to change your schedule much. But it is very helpful to get sleep when they're asleep. Sleep is going to help you mentally and emotionally. It's also going to help your body to heal, and it's also going to help your milk production. Okay, this is kind of a funny one. You need to surround yourself with hypoallergenic and very serious people. Because if you are going to be sneezing, coughing, laughing, anything like that is involving your abdominal and your stomach muscles, it's going to make you feel pretty uncomfortable. It's not necessarily that your stomach hurts. It's just, I don't know, there's just an anxiety that comes along with it that you're going to bust a stitch or bust a staple and that all of your insides are going to come spilling out. So, and I mean, honestly, it kind of sounds funny, but it is something that you experience. So what I would suggest for this is to make sure that you have a pillow or something like a pillow around you the majority of the time, especially in the hospital. If you can anticipate these things arriving, sometimes you can feel a sneeze rising, sometimes you can feel a cough coming on, and if you know that you're going to be laughing or something like that, put a pillow or something on your stomach and apply light pressure, and then do what you got to do, because that pressure there is gonna help take away the sensation of you spilling your guts. Okay, something else to remember is that they make those handrails in the bathrooms for a reason. I understand that most of the time they're in the public restrooms and you don't want to touch them because you just don't know what the last person that used that, what state their hands were in, but you can always wash your hands afterwards and use antibacterial, do whatever you have to do if you feel gross, but use those handrails. They're there for a reason. It's going to be difficult for you to stand up and engage those abdominal and those stomach muscles, so use those handrails, use those aids that are there for that reason. Now, also speaking to sitting up, you're not always going to have those handrails there, so a good way to help you sit up is to scooch as best you can to the edge of your bed or to the edge of your chair, and then push down with your hands on the chair and use your legs to help you stand up instead of engaging your core. Okay, something else to remember, and this is something that I stressed out a lot about before my first C-section, and that's just because I didn't even know to research it beforehand and I was just kind of scared of the whole idea, but that is taking Motrin or Norco or painkillers after your C-section, because I did not want to taint my breast milk. It will not taint your breast milk. None of the painkiller is going to get to your baby, so don't even worry about that. You're going to be in a little bit of pain, and if you're in pain, don't be a martyr. Go ahead and take that pain medication. It's going to help you in the long run. It's tough enough to adjust to being a new mommy. Just go ahead and take that painkiller and allow that to assist you. Another drug that they're going to give you or offer you is a stool softener. This is a great idea. You can take it if you wish. It does help a little bit. However, in conjunction with a stool softener, you want to make sure that you're eating lighter, easier to digest foods so that you don't have a lot of constipation or anything going on down there. You don't want to be trying to push a poo-poo out when you've just had major abdominal surgery. The last thing I want to say about recovering from a C-section is it's not always about the physical. Sometimes a lot of disappointment, regret, and a whole bunch of other emotional mess goes on whenever you have a C-section, and that's a whole different subject. This is just a video about recovering physically. Maybe someday I'll be able to make a video about recovering emotionally or spiritually, but for today we just talked about physical. So by no means am I saying that that's the only topic that matters, but this is just what I have the most information on at this point. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. I hope that you're able to take something away from it, and I hope that you will join us for more videos. Just go ahead and click the subscribe button and you will see me later. Alright, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.